All right, so now I've got my cup and it's ready to go, but I want to add my handles. So I'm going to show you, because remember, I'm going to make this into a paintbrush. Well, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to sculpt that paintbrush. So the end of the paintbrush is I'm going to roll kind of the brush itself here. And I'm just going to check and see how we're doing for, all right. Still a little thick right here, so I'm going to squeeze, thin that out, and then now it's a little bit long, so I'm going to pull off that part. And then I'm going to squeeze this down. Okay, getting better. All right, I'm going to smooth out this part of the brush. And then if you've ever looked at a paintbrush, it's got that like silver kind of cap around the outside here. Well, I'm going to add that, and I'll show you how I'm going to add that detail. But you don't want to wait too long to attach your handle, because when this starts to dry out, the cup itself, and then you try to attach something that's from fresh clay, it doesn't like each other. They don't want to score and slip and attach to each other. So it's important to attach something like the handle sooner than later. All right, that silver part that goes like right here on the paintbrush, and I'm curving the paintbrush just because I know the handle's got a curve. So I'm going to take a piece of clay here, and I'm just going to flatten it out. So I could bring back my cup that I was using to flatten things out. And I want it to be fairly thin. And then I'm going to cut and then, like I said, this is going to be that part that goes around the brush. Okay, that's good. I can score and slip that now. Make my hashtags. Do the same thing on the brush. And then bring my slip over. And I'm going to attach that. All right, I'm going to take my toothpick here and seal the seams on that. Sometimes you can use your finger, like this is getting a little bit small. So I'm going to seal those seams. All right, right here is, I'm going to pull some of that clay down. I wasn't liking how that looked. All right, now I'm gonna see, hopefully, this is about the size that I wanted. I want the brush to kind of come off just a tad. Okay. So you can kind of see how that looks. All right. Now is the important part. I'm going to have to score this where it's going to rest up here very well, but at the bottom, it's really important. You can't just kind of go like this and think it's going to attach on there. I'm going to bend this a little bit like this so that I have an area, a little bit more surface area to score and slip this on. So I'm going to rough up the edges where I want to attach that by scoring. Put some slip on that area. Okay, then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to seal this here at the bottom. And then I'm going to seal it really well right here. Because if I don't do that, it's going to fall off. And remember, don't skip the slip. Okay, score and slip, especially your handle. Okay, now I need to rough up my edges where this is going to attach by scoring. Put my slip on. Okay, now in here is going to be a little bit trickier to get in here. So I'm going to use my toothpick. To attach that. Now I can use my knife, I think. There we go. All right, a paintbrush, you can see the texture in the bristles. So I'm going to go in and add the texture of the bristles and that detail. I want to do that fairly soon, any type of detail that you want to put on your handle, because when it starts to dry out, it gets a little bit harder and it's a little bit more fragile to work with. So I'm kind of making these hatching marks, giving it that texture of actual bristle of a brush. So that is adding your handle.